Hello guys, welcome back. Today we are discussing about debilitation, exaltation, and the Mooltrikon of each zodiac sign. So we have 9 planets, and according to the debilitation, exaltation, Mooltrikon, we will get to know the power of each planet.
Different signs. So we will take the story, like we will make a story such that uh, each planet will give a character so that it will be easy for us to remember the stories and why certain planet is exalted or debilitated in certain houses or signs. For example, uh, sun is also known as the king of solar system. So in the Aries sign, which is the first sign, and Sun as a king represent the first sign. So Sun always exalted in Aries sign at 10 degrees. And the Mooltrikon sign of Sun is Leo from 0 to 20 degrees. Now we will see why Sun always exalted in Aries sign. What is the reason behind that? Till 10 degrees. So we will know in Aries sign, first first nakshatra is Ashwini nakshatra, and Ashwini is known as the son of son of sun. That is why yeah, the king loved his son, and due to that he was so much happier in that sign. So it is too much favorable for him to show its whole power. Apart from that, as sun, the first sign is the fiery sign, and sun is a fire. So in this place the fiery sign and the fire combines, and we will say sun is the one which will feel really good in fiery sign. Secondly, it's the house of the minister, and in ministers minister Mars, and in minister's house, sun feels like he will give the command, and due to that, he is the only one who will give the authority and the command to the minister commander. That is the second reason why sun get exalted in Aries. Also, we will know it is a spring sign of Aries, and sun will always around March 21st, sun get exalted in Aries sign. Secondly, as we talk about the king, the second point is the second planet which will uh, come to existence is moon. Moon is represented as a queen in our solar system. And why now the question arises, why the moon always exalted in Taurus sign? So the first thing is Taurus is represented, the ruler of the Taurus is Venus. Venus represent love and wealth, abundance, comfort. So mother always wants to give love, comfort to its children. That is why moon always feels good in this sign. Second thing is the Rohini Nakshatra. The Taurus sign is also the Mooltrikon sign of Mooltrikon sign of Moon. Because his wife, the Rohini Nakshatra, the wife of Moon, beloved wife of Moon. Uh, but why it is it is the Mool Trikon sign that is its favorite sign. Now the question arises, why it is uh, exalted in Kratika, because in Kratika Nakshatra the deity is sun. Moon needs light to show its abundance, so that light and the spark has been given by sun. That is in Kritika Nakshatra, which is the Agni Tattva, spark and a sacred fire given by the sun. So moon always get exalted at the 3 degree in Kritika Nakshatra. It is also called as a spring sign of Taurus. apart from that, now if, as we talk about the king and the queen, the next thing come is Mercury, which is represented as a prince in the astrology. The prince, also the child of the king and the queen. So Mercury represent wisdom. And the third sign is a dual sign. Dual means double. So if we double the sign, like 3 into 2, which is 6, which six sign, which is Libra. So Mercury will, and the child will always, if you see in general life, like child will always shows its comfort in his own house. Uh, if you take the child outside the house or someone else's house, it will not show, it will not feel so secure and happy. But in its own house, he will feel so happy. So in the Libra sign, in the Virgo sign, Mercury will get exalted. Why Mercury get exalted in Virgo, not in Gemini? Gemini is a dual sign, so double of that sign is Virgo. Apart from that, after some time, the child will get in Virgo the earthy element. The earthy element will give the proper ways to grow up and our own nurture our own behavior. That is why the prince will get exalted in Virgo. Next come the Jupiter, the minister, or we will also say the teacher in our astrology. Like it is represented as a teacher, uh, Dev Guru in Vedic astrology. So it will always exalted in 5-degree Cancer sign. The Cancer sign represent the moon, moon power, or we will say the mother. So we will, as the it is a sign of teacher. Mother is the first teacher of a baby. That is why Jupiter will always feel exalted in Cancer sign. As mother is our first teacher, also, uh, Jupiter got debilitated in the Capricorn. In Capricorn is like a battlefield, or sometimes we'll say the day-to-day life, karma bhava, the 10th house in the natural zodiac of Kalpurusha. So Jupiter will not feel good under any commander's order, because it is ruled by Saturn. So Jupiter will not. Jupiter is expansion. So fourth sign, Cancer sign, is a watery sign. If you put water in something, it will expand. If you put your body in water for some time, it will the substance will swell the things, swell the body. So that is why it always expands. So the natural karaka of Jupiter is to expand. So in watery sign, it will feel so good. Also, the other point for Jupiter to get exalted in Cancer sign is like water always reflect things. So, cause of reflection of wisdom, knowledge, love, and the caring of the mother has been all the points has been seen in the Cancer sign, which will come for Jupiter to give its result at its best. The next thing come is commander, the Senapati, or which is Mars. So commander we will know it is always exalted in 10th house. The karma bhava. Commander always say do your karma. Here it will uh, motivate you to do something. Also, the Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn represent the lower class people, the labor class, the small class people. So, commander as a boss will always feel good in the house of its servants, as servants are represented by uh, Saturn. That is why commander always exalted in the fourth, in the 10th house, or not in the 10th house, in the 10th sign, which is Capricorn. And it got debilitated in Cancer sign. So at 28 degrees. So why debilitated in Cancer sign? Because the commander, which always love to fight war and command, in the house of mother, where everything is lovable and people will get the nurturing things. So commander will not feel really good in the house of mother. That is why it's got debilitated in the Cancer sign. Now the next thing come is Venus, which is the luxury wife, girl, and uh, uh, every luxurious things has been seen by Venus. So Venus. So here is this. Let's take it this way. In the Virgo sign, Venus get debilitated. Why? Because Virgo, Mercury, the Lord of Wisdom, the knowledge, has been exalted, uh, and it's also the child. If the luxury come, the too much luxury and show off comes, then the child get uh, then the it's a vice versa. Either the wisdom or either the knowledge wisdom you can take, or the luxury things, or the you can show off. So that in the sign of Virgo it got debilitated, and where in the Pisces sign it's got exalted. So in the sign of Pisces, the our wisdom will be our wisdom or our knowledge or our mind will become weak due to too much of luxurious things. The next thing come is Saturn. Saturn shows the labor class, the common people, working class, low class. So Saturn always debilitated in Aries sign. Why debilitated in Aries sign? As we know, the Aries sign has been ruled by Mars, which is commander. So Saturn, being the soldier, who works under the commander, or the lower class people who is ruled by the commander. So in the house of commander, it will servant will not feel good in the house of its honor. So that is why Saturn uh, uh, feels debilitated. Also, Saturn represent the night, the darkness, and in the Aries sign, sun is exalted. So sun has a power, the light. So due to that, the darkness will disappear. That is why the Saturn got debilitated in Aries sign and exalted in mm, Libra sign. After that, we will have Rahu and Ketu, which are the supporting planets. We will also know Rahu act as a Saturn and the Ketu act as a Mars. We will say like Shanivat Rahu and Kujvat Ketu. So sometimes in many texts, people will say uh, in Taurus or Gemini, like some texts say in Taurus, Rahu will exalted, and some say like in Gemini, Rahu get exalted. Same with Ketu. Some says like if Rahu is exalted in Taurus, then Ketu will exalted in Scorpio, and if the Rahu is exalted in Gemini, then Ketu will exalted in Sagittarius, and the vice versa. So here we can see all the signs where planets will get exalted and debilitated with degrees. Like in Aries sign, the first house represent Aries sign. In Aries sign, Sun got exalted at 10 degrees. Second, in the same sign, Saturn got debilitated at 20 degrees. We also know if any planet is exalted, then in the seventh house from that planet, or 180 degree from that planet will come the debilitation point. Or if the certain planet is debilitated in any house, then the seventh house from that house, or 180-degree from that house, is the house of its exaltation. So both are opposite, like opposite houses. Like if the house in the first house some planet is exalted, then in the seventh house it get debilitated. It's always with every sign. So the sun, as the sun is exalted in Aries 10 degrees, so it got debilitated in Libra 10 degrees. Saturn got exalted in Libra 20 degrees. So that is the highest point for Paramucha, or we will say the highest point of exaltation for Saturn, and debilitated in Aries 20 degrees. The same is like Moon get exalted in uh, Taurus 3 degrees and debilitated in Scorpio 3 degrees. And it is also the Mooltrikon sign of Mooltrikon sign of Moon, which is from 4 degrees to 30 degrees. Apart from that, Jupiter got exalted in Cancer and debilitated at 5 degrees, and debilitated at in Capricorn at 5 degrees. The Mars got debilitated in Cancer for 28 degrees, and the seventh house from that is Capricorn, where Mars got exalted at 28 degrees. Apart from that, Mercury in the sixth zodiac sign, which is Virgo, got exalted with 15 degrees and debilitated in Pisces. And the Venus got exalted in Pisces and uh, uh, debilitated in Mercury's house, which is Virgo. So this is the table for sun exaltation. Like this is the Mooltrikon part. Mooltrikon sign. So sun, the Mooltrikon sign of sun is Leo, Moon is Taurus, Mars is Aries, Mercury is Virgo, Jupiter is Sagittarius, and Venus Libra, Saturn Aquarius. Rahu, sometimes people say Cancer is the Mooltrikon sign, and the Ketu Capricorn. Apart from that, the Mooltrikon portion for every planet is like in the Leo, Sun will feel like Mooltrikon portion is from 0 to 20 degree, for Moon 4 to 30 degrees, Mars 0 to 12 degrees, Mercury 15 to 20 degrees, Jupiter 0 to 10 degrees in Sagittarius, Venus in Libra 0 to 15 degrees, and Saturn in Aquarius 1 to 20 degrees. And these are the exaltation point. In exaltation points, like Sun exalted at 10 degrees and Moon at 3 degrees, Mars at 28 degrees. In Capricorn, uh, 28 degrees in Capricorn, then Mercury 15 degrees Virgo, then Jupiter 5 degrees Cancer, then Venus 27 degrees Pisces, and Saturn 20 degrees Libra. Apart from that, Rahu and Ketu at the 20-degree Taurus or Gemini. Some text say some text represent Taurus, or some text represent Gemini, but we will see like both the houses are friends house of Rahu, and Ketu got exalted at 20 degrees in Scorpio or Sagittarius. We will also see the power, like why we use the exaltation, debilitation of any planet. What does it mean? It will show the power of the planet, how much power the planet have to give its results. For example, if the planet is exalted, then it will 100% give its result. and also the degree near to the exaltation point. For example, sun is exalted from 0 to 10 degrees, but the pure exaltation point, the highest point is 10 degrees. So if the degree is near the 10, like 8, 9, 10, then it will show its highest effect, that is 100%. The second thing is Mooltrikon sign. In the Mooltrikon sign is the second highest power sign, where the planet will give 75% of its uh, shows the results in positive way. In the own sign, it will sometimes give 50%, sometimes more than 50%, 50% result. And after that, great friend will come, which will show like 37%. And friend, in the friend sign, it will show the 25% result. In the neutral sign, it will show 12% results. In the enemy sign, like 6% good results, and rest, like it depends on the combination also. But in enemy sign, some text will say like 6%, in greater enemy 3%, and in at debilitation point 0%, which is really not good for any planet. But then this is not only this is only the one point, but we have to see the combinations and other factor also. We have to see the Astakvarga. For example, the for the debilitation point, the some planet is at debilitation. For example, sun in the 10th house is debilitated, but in Astakvarga in the 10th house, sun got the 8 points. So at the time of transit, we will always not say sun will give the bad effect. It will sometimes give the really good effect because of the Astakvarga, because other planets at the like other planets are really feels good for the sun position, so they are giving the good points, like they are saying you are sitting at the right position, if it is giving the like 7 or 8 points. So uh, and that scenario, it will not going to give the negative results. So we have to also consider the some other factors regarding that. Also, if some person is having the exaltation, like if Mercury is exalted, then the people will have really good speaking skills. Uh, it They will have the really mesmerizing speaking skills, so they will attract by their speaking skills. Apart from that, if like moon, we have some great people which have moon in exalted in Taurus. For example, Rafael Nadal has moon exalted in Taurus. Apart from that, sun exalted for in Sachin Tendulkar chart, sun is exalted, and it's near the like highest point, like 9 degrees. So we all know he's one of the most famous guy in the Indian cricket or in the world cricket. So these are the some points regarding the debilitation, exaltation, Mooltrikon of each zodiac sign. Hope you guys like this video and the information shared. If you like the video and the information, just subscribe my channel and hit the like button. Thank you.